In northeastern Nigeria, 8 years into the insurgency by extremist group Boko Haram, nearly 5 million people are displaced and at risk of famine. Restoring stability and hope for the future is a huge challenge.
Ina da yadda zan gaya muku dalilin da ya sa muka zo nan kan da dai ina zaman aure ne da yara na a Goza. Ina jin wani zaki ci tuwo? Wato ranar Talatan ina zaune da yau yariya nan jinjira. Na zaba karkashi, kisan karkashi ai zan yi girki a round 5. To fito wanda zan yi da na kalli bakin hanya. Sai na ga motoci a cike da mutane kamar sojoji. Sai na ce ha wannan fa ba soja bane. Sai mai gida na din ya so. Sai na doki akwai yariya nan da tana Niger State din. Sai na kama ta nace baby mu gudu. To already yan mazan nan baban ya ce musu su gudu da manyan wanda suke makaranta biyu. Suka fara shiga gidanmu bincike shiga gidanmu basu gan shi ba a karshe ne da aka kwana sai suka gan shi suka kashe shi amma shigowansu life mu ne muna bakin jeji din kenan sabon anguwa ne suka fara shigo wata anguwa na gansu a daki ranar alhamis na ɗauke shi na tona kabari na binne shi na rufe shi shine bayan kwana 40 sai na fito da yara na sai muna tafiya.
He wants to become an engineer.
What does he want to build now?
Me kake so ka gina? Kana so ka gina mana gida? That he wants to build a house. Gida ma mamanka? He wants to build a house for his mom.
Doctor. Mama doctor. 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 I want to be a medical doctor. Ni dai buri na ina so in ga yara nan sun yi karatu. Allah ya taimake mu mun fita a cikin wannan kuncin rayuwa shine damuwa na duk wahala na ina so in ga yara nan sun yi karatu.
Nigeria is not a failed state. It is not a failing state. It is a strong standing up state, but with a humanitarian crisis, a real crisis. Whilst largely accessible, there are still pockets of resistance in all of these areas.
For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a doctor. So it's always been a childhood dream. I grew up in Lagos State. I was born and bred there. At the time I came here, it was at the peak of a cholera outbreak. That was in October 2015. Yes, beneath all of the excitement of coming here, there was that apprehension. You know, you could imagine, you call your mom, you tell your mom, Mom, I'm coming to meet you, and she's like, what the hell do you, why have you taken off? So they were always calling every other minute. It was more like radio checks. You call in the morning, you call in the afternoon, you call in the evening just to tell them you're fine. Now, when I heard you, Lafayalo, Antashi Lafayalo. Yeah, Iki. Yeah. Modu. Ndawatu. Malnutrition is going to account for a whole lot of deaths in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to count for a whole lot of underdevelopment because you have youths who are going to be deficient, and for any country to grow, you need a vibrant youth. I think the most shocking case I saw, there was a case of severe acute malnourished children. Then they were being brought out of Burma. Yeah, they looked very, very terrible. Very, very terrible. it's quite difficult sometimes to imagine that you have malnourished children in Nigeria. But when you come to the northeastern region, you know, it's an arid zone. You put into consideration, you add the insurgency into the mix, the fact that these people can't go to farm, and then yes, you have some very, very severe cases of malnutrition.
The next major focus is those returnees coming in from Cameroon. Oh my goodness, we're expecting in the next few months probably about 100,000 people.
Ina noma ne a Nigeria din. Wato ni aiki na babu yawa. Ina teaching ne voluntary. Na aikin gona da inda ina management na voluntary teaching na rasa shi to bani da income.
We've recorded successes, and then all of a sudden you hear that there are attacks. You hear of just the very recent one, Dalori. It's supposed to be a camp. Things are stable, or at least within the camp. A group of hunters go out, and they were unfortunate enough to meet the insurgents, and they were killed. You know, so it makes us understand that these dangers are still out there. We still have a whole lot of things to do. We still need to roll our sleeves and dig in.
Boko Haram is an ideology that doesn't care in that part of the country whether you're Muslim or Christian. The greatest victims, over 80% of the victims have been Muslim. So it is not about religion. It is about a crazy ideology that has attached itself to a religion. We've been here since 2009, taking us through to 2014 when the world first began to take real notice of this, as the story of the girls that were abducted became huge news. But the hidden story and the lost story there was that there were tens of thousands of girls and boys and women and children who were abducted.
We have cultural differences, we have religious differences, tribal differences. I'm Nigerian, but I'm not from Borno State. I think what is needed is for people to have tolerance.
Shine da aka zo aka samu mutanen UNICEF sun bayar a ebi yara makaranta, sai aka ɗauki yarinya na mace budurwa, aka ɗauki yarinya na mace aka kai ta makaranta. Roots. Now it is STEM.
Unfortunately, a couple of weeks back, we had these strong winds that came and took the tents, literally ripped them apart. It placed a whole lot of pressure on us, especially with the second one over there, because that used to house the maternity suit we had. So basically we were rendering services from under the tree.
Ina kiwon awaki. Akuya ne ina kiwon su. In sun haifa haka sai in sayar, in za su tafi makaranta in ba su. In aka ba mu abinci, ni dai gaskiya ina godewa Allah. Yanzu in a ce yanzu haka bani da ko naira, sai Allah in yanzu na samu kaman 500, zan sai gawayi na, zan sai kuka na, zan sai magi na, zan sai gishiri na.
I never thought I'd be here that long, but then something stuck with me, you know, just couldn't. I'd say I just couldn't leave, knowing that there are so many places where your impacts are felt. Some way, somehow, compassion makes you stay.
Sai in ba su hakuri, wata ran za mu huta, kuma suna jin daɗin haka. su ma sun ga na shiga damuwa hakan nan sai ce anti ki hakuri wata ran za mu huta shine maganganun da ya tafi a tsakanin da su.
That's been our show today. Thanks for staying with us. Log on to youtube.com/channelsweb for a recap of today's episode. Leave us a comment on 21stcentury@channelstv.com or find me on Twitter @AdeshewaJosh. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.